So we've done the first one before on this show, so now it's time for us to do Scooby Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed.
The world is under attack. Monsters are taking over. And now there's only one thing to do.
Well, that was my outfit, I swear.
Mystery Inc. is back.
Let's do it again.
Unfortunately, so is every monster they've ever faced.
We have to save Shaggy and Scooby.
As usual, in the embarrassing debacle.
Which is the sequel to that James Gunn 2002 Scooby Doo movie.
Scooby Doo 2, is this a good movie?
I argue it's not a sequel. No, that's what this is going to be titled. Scooby Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. Is it actually a sequel?
Is it a sequel? I mean, it technically is. Is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it?
I don't know.
The only way in which it's a sequel is that they're telling us it's a sequel.
Yeah.
They're saying that this took place after the Monster Island thing. But nothing in this movie sets that up or says that. They don't specifically acknowledge Monster Island to say that it happens after.
Now a good teammate? Because wasn't the whole thing at the beginning of the first one was Fred was like up his own ass? Like he was like, that was his whole thing?
Yeah, but I mean, he's not really that different over the course of any of the movies.
No, I mean, no, he the whole thing with that first one is he has a whole character arc where he has to learn to like not to like be a good leader and like let everyone have their own moment and not steal the spotlight. Like he has a whole character arc in that.
Yeah,
it's a basic bitch of a character arc, but it's still a character arc.
I argue that it's not enough of one that I would say that makes this a sequel.
No, what I'm saying is, does he seem to have learned that lesson, or is he being like the way he is at the beginning of the first one, where he's a dick?
I mean, again, yeah, he's better.
Or is it interpretable?
But you could easily have just been like, he wasn't like that all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
That was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
I can only recall watching that movie.
There's really nothing in this movie which really makes it need to be a sequel. You could easily have called it like a prequel, or like it's to me there's nothing that makes it honest and truly, and I in fact go so far as to say, in terms of story, this should have been a prequel. They should have come first, and then the events of the first movie should have happened. They should have had it be where maybe Fred is a little bit more arrogant in this one, and they do fall on because this really leans into they're hunting the classic monsters.
Yep.
Like it just.
Well, to be fair, I think the reason why this one is the way it is was because of the initial. I mean, we talked about it before, but the initial go with that first movie was they wanted it to be darker, and that final version still maintains a lot of that. They wanted to do a dark, semi-serious version of the show, and I think this one was just like, fuck it, just do the show. And I think that was probably a change in direction. So I just don't think this one. I don't think they with the first one they had any intention of making it like this, and I think this one only is like this because the first one was too dark. I don't think it is. Well, I did at the time. To be fair, I found the first one to be kind of scary. It's tough because like theoretically, you should like this one more because it's got all the monsters from the original show in it.
Oh, I do like this one more. I'm just saying, in terms of an well, not more. I like it differently.
Yeah,
I like them for different reasons. Yeah. I like this one because yes, it does just feel like I'm watching an episode of the show.
Thing I recognize.
But to me, that's what makes it work better if it comes before the first one.
It's a bad sequel. It's a bad sequel to the version of the movie we saw
that we got.
But it's an all right movie on its own. Is what you're trying to say.
That's how I would probably word it.
Yeah.
Also, those
are my thoughts on this movie. Because I won't lie and say it's not cool to see the 10,000-volt monster in live action. It's fun
to see them. It just doesn't work.
Of that franchise, it's like, oh hey, it's a thing already. Look,
it just doesn't work for me as a continuation of the story that we had from the last one.
I'm a strong proponent.
I guess to me, if I'm comparing it to the cartoons, it's as if you took the characters that were in the continuity of the you remember the very first of those they're serious ones, the Zombie Island?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like you took that continuity of characters and then threw them back into the '60s show.
Yeah, I can see why you would say that. My
Like,
thing with
it just doesn't work for me.
I see what you I do get what you mean when you're like, yeah, it's not hard to parse this as a sequel to the movie where they went, what if we made Scrappy Doo unconscionably frightening?
And I've brought you here, puny, pathetic Mystery Inc. To witness my moment of triumph. All I need to complete my transformation is Scooby Doo.
And like piss all over them and with like just and
what
yeah,
if Scrappy Doo was just scary for children?
Beyond all belief.
What if we did that? And then they were like, but what if it was goofy? Yeah. No, the reason why this is the way it is because the general audiences didn't. I
care
think,
for that.
I think that Scooby Doo, that first one, gets a lot of love retrospectively.
It is a cult favorite at this point. It was not at the time.
No, I remember being like, this movie's scary. As a child who was in the target demographic, I think I was 9 or 10 when that first one came out.
It was that movie was totally confusing. Is how I would say. And, what's interesting though is that there was going to be a they call it a sequel, a threequel, I guess you would call it, a third one.
Yeah. So this one bombed horribly.
Apparently, the plot for it was going to be that the Mystery Inc. gang are hired by a town in Scotland who complain that they're being plagued by monsters, but we discover throughout the film that the monsters are actually the victims. Scooby and Shaggy have to come to terms with their own prejudices and narrow belief systems, which that feels like a sequel to what we got. Like that feels like a sequel.
I'm down for doing they're in their 40s now and Scooby Doo. I mean, I think they should fold in elements of Mystery Incorporated, where it's like, yeah, they're all in their 40s now, and Scooby Doo is somehow still alive, and then you do a bit where Scooby's a magic dog.
I mean, yeah, but I want to be fair. That's not to say I didn't have fun with this one. I did have fun with it. It's just not a good sequel.
They do a kind of a fun rug pull where it's spoiler alert, where they make you think that it's
Seth Green the entire
time, and it turns out to be Alicia Silverstone.
Also, I didn't realize that this was filmed. Most of it, or a good portion of it, was filmed in Vancouver.
Oh, interesting. It's also region specific. Jordan sent me a clip of it, but yeah, there's a line. So I wasn't sure where it was, but yeah, there's a line or there's a scene in that movie where depending on where you are, they say a different fast food place.
Yeah, where it was he was like something to the effect of like, let's go and eat, and it fills in the line. So for me, it was like KFC, but something to this effect, where it was like it said one thing but the subtitle said another.
I think, like, for example, in Australia, I think they say Hungry Jack, which is basically their equivalent to Burger King.
Interesting. Yeah, no, this was apparently filmed in Vancouver.
I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Interesting. Jordan, is that it for Scooby Doo 2? More Scooby Doo, Scooby Dooin'?
That is it for Scooby Doo 2. Scoobert Do It.
Scoobert Do It. Hey there everybody, it's N-Card Justin here. Let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts? Is Scooby-Doo 2 a bad sequel? Or is it a good movie? You let me know what you think down in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see our full episode where we pick the letter and we watch the movies that started with that letter, you click the box on the left. Otherwise, if you want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave us a like. That helps us out too. We will see you all in the next video.